everybody, and welcome back to my channel. I just made a simmer pot back here, the first of the season. It smells so delicious. Even though we're not like fully in the Christmas mode yet, we're getting there, and I feel like the simmer pot is the perfect way to like usher that in. I'm actually sitting down here to work on my Christmas cards. They just came in from my cousin Joelle. She does a great job. If you're still looking for somebody to print your cards, I highly suggest Springhouse Creative Co. She does an amazing job. She has a lot of awesome designs. And so anyway, I gotta put these into envelopes so that I can hopefully not mail most of them. Hopefully I can hand them out in person because stamps are not cheap. But yeah, some of them will have to ultimately get addressed and mailed. But I thought while I sit here and stuff these, we can have a chit chat and I can kind of recap the last week. I had an entire video planned that did not go to plan. You'll see in this video how I had big ambitions and sadly they did not all come to fruition. So yeah, let's actually get right into it and start with that first. Okay guys, so is this a crazy idea or am I just a genius? So I love Christmas, but I have 4 kids and they're all young, and I think part of what I need to do this holiday season is to simplify a little bit. I think what we've learned over the years is that our favorite part of Christmas is definitely like all the activities, doing them together. One of those activities is of course opening the Christmas presents, and so you have to go shopping for Christmas presents to have that fun memory of opening all the gifts and singing by the Christmas tree. I don't know, we have a whole little tradition we do when we open our Christmas presents, and I love it. So Christmas presents are essential for that memory, but we don't really do huge Christmas presents. It's actually not even really part of my circles, my culture. I mean, I feel like Mennonites, we celebrate Christmas for sure, but we don't go all out. Or at least my friends, my peers, I don't feel like the need to have like these big and crazy impressive Christmas gifts. We just buy what we feel like our kids would enjoy, would want. And anyway, lately I've been decluttering like crazy, just getting rid of toys that are broken or missing pieces or like the battery corroded inside it, or you know, stuff like that. And I realized we really don't have a ton of toys. And if you guys know, toys are like a gift to a mother in a lot of ways. Like in the winter when we're inside a lot, it's so nice to have things for them to do, activities and stuff, so that I can get things done and they can entertain themselves. So toys are also a gift to moms, especially like well thought out ones. I already have a KiwiCo crate coming for Baylor, so that's gonna be one of his gifts. But we have 4 kids and I'd like to get them each about 3 gifts. Usually one of those gifts is something useful. Like last year I got them sleeping bags. The year before I got them camp chairs, so like that kind of thing. So maybe this year will be lanterns. But other than that, I really don't have a specific list. I mean, it would be nice to find some bath toys for the baby. So while we need toys, there's nothing really specific that we need. You know, we could add to our Lincoln Log collection, stuff like that, but there's nothing like I absolutely want. I think my daughter suggested razor scooters, so that would be an option. Although getting scooters in the winter is always like a toss-up because it's wintertime. We live in Pennsylvania, so it's more of like a warmer item, but they can do them in the winter too, I guess, so that would be an option there too. But my point is, there's nothing we absolutely need. There's nothing that I definitely want, and I don't actually have a ton of ideas. I don't feel like watching all the gift guides for Christmas and all that stuff, and then it just makes me see all these things and whatever. I was thinking, Josh and I have been wanting to get a Sam's Club membership. Sam's Club over Costco, just because in our area, the Costco is crazy madhouse all the time, and Sam's Club is more chill most of the time. Yeah, Sam's Club is definitely a lot more shopper friendly, I should say, than Costco in my specific area. So we would like to try to get a Sam's Club membership now that our family is officially eating a lot more, and I feel like we could actually be more prudent with our money by buying some things in bulk, especially like pantry staples. So whew, I'm giving you a long intro here. I was just thinking, what if we did a one-stop Christmas shop at Sam's Club? We go in, we get a membership, we stock up on some pantry staples and everything, and then we get all the kids' Christmas gifts in one fell swoop. I already have a volleyball for Evonnie that I can wrap up, but everything else, I don't have any other Christmas gifts ready yet, and I was like, what if we could get them all done at once? Because I also like to wrap our Christmas presents and use them as decor. I know, I think of it all, right? But yeah, I love to wrap them really pretty and put them under our, we like to do a real tree. And then they act as decor all December long. And yeah, it's so nice to get the gifts portion out of the way. It's kind of like a chore in some ways. I don't know, I really like to get that off my mind so I can focus on going to the Christmas live nativity and driving around with hot chocolate and looking at the Christmas lights, walking through a local city and just like doing all the Christmas stuff, you know? So I'm excited about this idea. I gotta see what Josh thinks, but I think he will be on board because he likes Sam's Club. And he also doesn't really feel like Christmas shopping a ton. So we'll see what he says.
Yeah, so I like the idea of a one-stop shop. Like, let's go do shopping.
He was down.
Be done. Like,
yeah,
that
he was
sounds
down.
like a great idea.
We do have a few like local, like we'll shop small for a few things, like especially like I want to get a couple little toys for like church for the little guys.
I just thought of something. They might have a present I want to buy for you.
Okay then.
But I don't know how am I going to do that?
We don't need to do presents. We're gonna save up our money and buy a camper. Remember?
No, but okay, but it doesn't matter. There's 2 things I'm getting you, and for sure, one for birthday, one for Christmas, maybe something like that. But they would probably have it, but I'm not going to get it because I'll have to drive up sometime when you're not alone to get it.
Okay then. I am not like a gift guide queen. I don't enjoy that really, but I do have one gift suggestion that you can get anybody in your life and they will be so thankful, and that is Raycon earbuds. They are sponsoring today's video, which is so authentic because we are constantly using them. I love to listen to podcasts. Josh is more of like a music talk radio kind of guy. Yep. You have your earbud in right now.
Yeah.
Okay, you can't get more authentic than this. Yeah, you work by yourself a lot, so you like to listen to stuff while you're working, and I like to do like laundry and stuff while listening to a podcast or YouTube video or something. And Raycon is where it's at. They have such a good price point for how much quality they are. But
yeah, so I like the Raycon fitness earbuds that I've used for years, and I actually just recently bought a pair of the like headphones, like noise canceling headphones for when I'm mowing yard and stuff. So I've been using Raycon for quite a few years.
Yeah, he kind of got me on it. Well, that and my friend, she loves them. They're the only ones that stay in her ears. And so I kind of had been using like the cheapy little Amazon ones for a while, and now I'm a Raycon girl too. And I wanted to mention them in this video because right now for Black Friday and Cyber Monday, you can get up to 30% off of their top products, including my earbuds, which are the everyday earbuds. Go to buyraycon.com/meganfox to get up to 30% off plus free shipping. Later in this video, I'm sure you're gonna see me wrapping gifts, and I, as you'll see, like to function with just one in so I can kind of hear the rest of the world around me. But these earbuds are active noise canceling if that's what you want when you're wearing both of them. They're dust proof, they're waterproof, and they charge quickly. I think it's actually 10 minutes equals an hour and a half of charge, which is amazing. And I also love how you can easily turn them off. There's a couple different sound modes depending if you're maybe listening to music or listening to voices talking, that kind of thing. So yeah, they're just a really great all-around earbud for anyone. They're a great price point for gifting, and if you do stocking stuffers, this would be absolutely perfect. So again, go to buyraycon.com/meganfox to get up to 30% off plus free shipping right now for Black Friday and Cyber Monday. Okay, we parted ways. Josh is gonna sign up and I'm gonna get some groceries a while. And then we're gonna go do toys. Oh my goodness, they have kitchen appliances. I forgot about this. Okay, this is for my references. I love my shark. And this is the one I want. It's pretty, it's cute, it's sleek, it's white. So $2.99. I'm gonna keep watching the price, see what it does. Wait a second. This is a fun aisle. They even have a pretty mirror, $59.98. Wow, it's cute. Oh wait, no, this one's $79.98. Okay, I don't think we're gonna look in this section too much, but wow. They have a lot of, this is like a comfort set for winter. Okay, our kids do not need any of these things because they already have a Hot Wheel thing and a dirt bike, so. Okay, I'm grabbing toilet paper. The stuff back there said septic safe, so definitely not that. I need a thing of peanut butter, that off the list. This is not my thing, but Josh considers it a staple, and that is their hot dogs. Josh gets only the essentials.
Yep.
He's all about his vitamin water. Is that your preferred like Gatorade substitute? I am canning applesauce with my mom on Wednesday, so I'm gonna skip that for sure. Their butter price is pretty much the same. That's unsalted. I need salted. Here we go. $3.73, and that's like basically the exact same price as Costco, so works for me. You grew up with canned applesauce as a kid, right?
Yes. Yep, lots of it.
Yeah, it's so much better than bought, like 100%.
Need ketchup?
Sure. Okay, this is where I feel like Sam's Club is a little ugh. They will have all these like weird, like very unhealthy things, like huge vats of them. It's almost like a food truck style of like shopping in this aisle here, and I don't think Costco has as much of that. Okay, I need olive oil, and I can't get in here to get it, so how long are we gonna have to wait? Okay, this section is fun. This is like a silk pie for $15. Over here we have cheesecakes for $18.98. Here we have a Tres Leches cake. We have tuxedo bar cake. Oh, it's so fun. I never buy this stuff, but it's fun to look at and get ideas. Look at the chocolate shavings on there. That is pretty. Here's my cocoa powder. Here's the chocolate chips. Oh my goodness, this is huge. $14 of chocolate chips, Josh. Now I have to start baking, right? Finally ground black pepper, that's what we want. Okay, I want an olive oil, an avocado oil, and a vegetable oil. If you follow my channel, you know I have been making cinnamon cider on repeat. So I got another big old thing of cinnamon sticks. But try that out, it's just so good. It's gonna be going with me into winter. It's so cozy. I think I'll put the video up here that I show it in. But it's basically apple cider, 7-Up, lemonade, cinnamon, and then cinnamon sticks. It's so delicious. It's like a cozy cold drink. Fizzy, it's amazing. I have to admit, I was shopping this evening with a little bit of a like scarcity mindset. It was the night before the election, and I was just sure that we would want to stay out of city areas and just grocery stores and stuff in general for a little bit. I don't know. I just almost had this like hunkering down mindset. So I was just like grabbing pantry staples and stuff. And yeah, maybe that wasn't the best tactic. Okay, so I was gonna get rice, but oh my goodness, that's a commitment. The jasmine rice is in a 50-pound bag. Here's basmati for 98 cents a pound. Okay, I just need maple syrup and honey. Yeah, she said the honey is with the coffee, which makes no sense to me, and then the maple syrup is with the breakfast. So in my brain, I would have put those two in the same aisle, but okay. We are making our way to the toy section, which it looks a lot smaller than I envisioned. I don't know. I'm starting to second guess the Sam's Club thing, but Costco is just bizarre. I just can't. We're gonna try Sam's Club for a year. We're gonna commit. We're gonna commit. I just wish they had more options in like the organic and healthy. It looks like we got a lot of clothes. Feels like we're at Cabela's a little bit at the moment. Let's go past that and see what they have for toys. I kind of want to get each of the kids like 3 gifts. Josh, what do you think about the lantern idea?
Well, that's probably gonna be over there somewhere.
Evonnie was requesting a scooter. Josh thought he saw scooters. Never mind. $229 e-scooter. Our kids definitely don't need one of them. Oh, we have Lego sets. That's fun. Trampoline, Josh. There we go. We won Christmas. We buy the trampoline and we're good to go. $30. Light up wheels, but they're not like the Razor scooters. Here is an RC car. It's a Ferrari. $30. This Miller would have eaten up like crazy, but we already got him one kind of like it for his birthday in November here. I despise toys that have a million pieces, so no thank you. Although stuff like this, they do love. Like he plays with his train set a lot. I've seen these around. It just looks like a lot of plastic, but I can see how that could be fun. $129. Woo! Okay, Evonnie is our crafting queen, 1996, but speaking of small pieces everywhere, my goodness. This is really awesome. She's already our artsy queen. She has so much of this stuff already. But that would be an awesome gift for $30. Keyboard for $172. Are they weighted keys though? I can't tell. I doubt it. For that price, they're probably not weighted. And you gotta have weighted keys. Okay, I have heard such good things about this. I decided not to buy any more tech for my kids, but I heard these are really cool. We don't really do Disney stories, but I think there's different versions of these Tony boxes. Josh has a vest like this that I love that he wears, but you don't need another one. Oh my, Josh. And then it goes to food. We're not gonna get him anything here. I don't know how good this idea was. I mean, I love it. Look, we're all by ourselves. Like, there's nobody around, but there isn't a ton of toys. Puzzles, books. We could get him each a book, Josh. Man, my idea is going out the window very quickly here. We didn't buy him a single toy. I don't know. This was not the video I was envisioning. I thought they just have more Lego options and stuff. Like the kids love Lego. Slime. No, we have kinetic sand. We're doing that this year. Up here's like more worthwhile stuff, like camp chairs and stuff. Do you think there's lanterns? Christmas decor over there, which I don't need. Okay, now we're just in the adult gifting section for sure. Unless there's lanterns, I don't think we need this section. You know what? I think this is our sign. We skipped Christmas this year.
And go to Florida.
And we go on a trip. Only the essentials. This is my weakness. They're so good with like a cold cut sandwich or something. Divine. Okay, one time I bought a bag of these and we went through them. They're an embarrassingly huge bag, but we love those. But I'm not buying them. That way I can't eat them all. I'm looking for holiday M&Ms though for Josh's Christmas monster cookies.
Any monster cookie is a monster cookie. I don't care what color the M&Ms are.
Oh, we got a holiday right there. M&Ms. Do you see them?
Oh yeah.
Okay, guys, listen up. So I think this is a fail. But the Christmas gift was just an overambitious idea, which is fine. I don't usually buy gifts here. I just thought for once we'll look in the gift section and get them a bunch of gifts. But I think Costco definitely has more. If that's what you're looking for, we're looking for food. And apparently, diesel fuel, what?
DF fluid.
And apparently DF fluid for the Chevy. I don't know.
Diesel exhaust fluid.
Thankfully, I mean, we come here for the food, so I'm not really that depressed that they don't have Christmas presents, but I thought we were going to literally knock out our Christmas shopping in one night.
Turns out, not the case.
You know what we could do? We could go home, lay in bed, shop from the comfort of our own home, and just knock it out on Amazon.
I signed up for the credit card, so we get $60 off our first purchase.
That's nice.
Which is nice. And then also we get 5% back.
Now taking bets on our final total. Here's the entire haul. No toys, only food. Okay, well we are sadly disappointed. We're trying to lift our spirits here with some good old Chick-fil-A. It's been a while. My friend really recommends their pimento cheese, spicy pimento chicken sandwich. Ugh, and there's no lettuce or anything on it. Well, that was a bummer. We're gonna try it anyway. I wish I had some lettuce on it. That's a bummer. There's pickles. It's still not as good as my normal order. There's jalapenos on it. What? The way to go is to get the grilled nuggets and put it on your kale salad with your Chick-fil-A sauce, buffalo sauce, and the honey roasted barbecue. That's my favorite. This is such a fail of a night. I should just throw this video out.
Alright, my night's routine. I get Chick-fil-A. I drive you to Sam's Club and I get Chick-fil-A.
I know, look at us. We get a little car date. We anticipated, we left really early because we thought it was going to take at least 2 hours in Sam's Club. We were in and out of there in an hour, so now we get to have a little car date, I guess. One of my friends did say that I might have just been a little bit early. But I really wanted to get it done with, so I had time to, you know, wrap everything, use the gifts as decor, kind of. I don't know, I just wanted to get it off my list. It's one of those things that you can, if you want to. And yeah, I will show you at the end if you don't think it's tacky. I'll put it at the end so you can click off if you don't want to see. But I did get their Christmas presents here then the other night. Josh and I just sat down and we figured it out. We had a few ideas. And so I'll show you some gift ideas if that's what you came here looking for. And I'll include the links down below. But anyway, there we had that. And then I know we're heading into the Christmas season, but I still had not done any applesauce, and I really like to jar up applesauce because the bought stuff is just not as good. You've heard me say this before. And I like to make it with no sugar. If you do it right, you don't need any sugar. And so my mom called me and she's like, hey, do you want to make applesauce with me and we can give some to your sister-in-law? My sister-in-law goes to my mom and dad's church, and they've just been in the hospital a lot lately and stuff, and so we just thought it would be a tangible way that we could help them out. So we decided to work together to get applesauce done, and we did it over at the farm, and I was so excited to film in her pretty, bright country kitchen. I share my life online for several reasons, one of those being to connect with other homemakers, even new homemakers who are maybe a couple years behind me in their homemaking journey. And I was recently thinking what a wealth of knowledge I was born into without even realizing it, and I don't think I've grown to appreciate it until now. And that is just the fact that I had a mother who went ahead of me, and now she can pass all of that knowledge on to me. and ahead of her was her mom, and ahead of her was her mom, and just going back so many generations of women who have maybe learned the hard way, refined things, improved things, passed knowledge down to the next generation, and that chain is going to continue with me and my daughter. And it's just a really beautiful thing to think about. And it got me thinking about those of you who your homemaking journey is more of an uphill battle. You know, maybe you are the only one in your circles that is a full-time homemaker, or maybe your mom had to work and so you're getting to live out her dream by being a stay-at-home mom, and you're just starting all over again from scratch. And so maybe it feels a little tough. You're Googling so many simple little things and solutions, or even worse, you're on Instagram and you see a tip that everybody seems to have known and you've been doing it wrong, quote unquote, for years and years because you just have never heard that. And even though you might not have the blessing of a whole tribe of women before you, you can still do it. You can still learn. You can be the first homemaker in a chain of all kinds of homemakers. And I know most women, we're all homemakers in some capacity, even if we work away from home or whatever, just because we all live in a home of some kind and we need to keep it functioning. But I'm talking about the extras, like making applesauce, for instance, preserving, making your own products like laundry detergent or cleaning supplies, sewing, home decor, gardening, all of those things. You know what I mean? Not just the basic everyday tasks, because we've all learned those, you know, from little on up. We've learned that trash bags need to be changed and surfaces need to be wiped, you know, and all of that stuff. But when it comes to the more intricate parts of homemaking, I'm so glad that I'm able to kind of be an apprentice to my mom and eventually go out on my own. There's so many things now that I know how to can on my own. I have the confidence to do the canning on my own. I can sew by myself, but you know what? It's still nice to go back to my mom and ask her for advice or ask her why this went wrong. And you know, sometimes she refers me to my grandma. Well, I don't know, but maybe grandma would, you know, it is really such a blessing. So maybe you have that same kind of heritage that I do. And I just want to encourage you to not take it for granted, to appreciate it, and to pass that on to your kids. I do not need to sew anymore because I can buy my clothes, but I grew up in a church where we sewed our own dresses. Now that I don't need to sew my own dresses anymore, I still sew because I don't want to lose it. And I want to teach my daughter to sew, because you can teach someone to sew, but if they don't enjoy it, they're probably not going to continue unless, one, they need to, or two, they enjoy it. So my hope is that I can pass that love of sewing onto her. And if not, I guess that's her choice. You know, we all have our own different quirks and personalities and whatever. So I don't know where you are in this chain of passing on knowledge. If you are the first one, that is exciting. You have so much to learn and you will make progress so quickly. I know it. Today we were making applesauce together and I was so glad I was doing it with my mom, because I did not ever break down and buy a Victorio strainer. I'm not sure what that's the name of the brand. I'm not sure what you would actually call it. But this is a special apparatus that you push your apples through and it takes out all the seeds and the skins, etc., etc. And I know people who make applesauce with their blenders, so you don't necessarily need all of this fancy equipment, but I'm so glad that she has it and now I can borrow it as well. If you are interested in making your own applesauce, I will put a link down below for a smaller apparatus that is just like hand done. My sister uses this. There's no crank involved or anything like that. And it works fine as long as you have nice soft apples. We did a combination of softening our apples on the stovetop and also in roasters, just so we could keep the process moving. The roasters are great, they just take a lot longer, but you can start it really early in the morning and then it's just kind of like a sit there and forget it type of thing. And always use apple cider for your liquid in the bottom to keep them from burning. You only need a little bit of liquid, but if you use apple cider, it adds to the flavor. We did a combination of 4 different kinds of apples this year. This is new for us and we did like it, so I may try it again next year. It was Cortland, Ida Red, Yellow Delicious, and Jonathan apples, just equal parts of those. And it made a slightly pink applesauce, not as beautiful as if you do all Cortland. Last year we actually did only Yellow Delicious and that was amazing. Probably the best tasting applesauce ever. It just makes it brown. It's nothing really exciting to look at, but you don't need to add sugar to your applesauce. Definitely don't. And if this is something that you've never done before, but you've always wanted to, you can usually get apples from apple orchards deep into the winter. Apples store so well, especially if you do it the right way. And so I might actually go back to this apple orchard a couple times this winter to get more apples because they last, they keep for long times. I know it's going into Christmas, but if applesauce is something you want to do,
just do a lot of Googling ahead of time. I think Ruth Ann Zimmerman has a video on how she does it. My mom was referring to a little bit just to see if, you know, she did it a different way than my mom was used to growing up. And there you go. We're always learning no matter what stage of life we're in. So I think we did about 40 quarts of applesauce this day. And applesauce is not really my thing, but my kids are going to love this, especially the baby.
So my planners came in this week and I thought I'd just quickly show them to you. My new ones for this year are available now. They're in this soft touch laminate, very nice and wipeable, but they're still like a velvet feel to them. And we have two prints. We have this colorful floral here and then more of like a granny wallpaper type floral. This is the one I'm gonna use, I love it, but almost everybody I talked to said this one's their favorite. I just must be the oddball, I don't know, but I have them listed on my website. If you're not a big planner, me neither. I like to have, for my ADHD-ish brain, I like to have a place to corral all my notes. I can't just have like a to-do list to tear things off because I will lose the to-do list. So I like having it bound up in a planner, but it's very straightforward. I have it actually as a block it off planner, and we do have some available from last year, which they're essentially the same, just a little bit different layout, different fonts, different covers. But a lot, totally like this concept is the same, but you have 3 blocks. I like to use them for morning, afternoon, and evening. I know some people who just use this for their meal planning or for like different segments through their day, like maybe they have a homeschool block, a chores block, and then like a random miscellaneous spot. There's so many different ways to use it. I've kept it very open-ended. It's basically a planner slash to-do list at the same time. I have spaces for notes in the back. There are calendars in the back, and they're undated. So you can buy one and use it throughout the year, or you can start halfway through. You can give them as gifts any time of the year because you can start them literally at any time. And what I love is that you never have to waste a page, because if you didn't need it one week, you just move on and just pick it up again the next week or the next month. I've actually used mine very heavily this fall, and I'm so thankful for it. So it says on the cover, there's beauty in every day, and every day is a fresh start. I just keep that the same every year because I love that quote. I just think it's great. There's a new Bible verse on the inside cover, and yeah, what you see is what you get pretty much. It's not a ton of bells and whistles, but that's what I like. I designed it specifically for what I want. And then it just happens to be that a bunch of you guys, your brains work the same way. Plus, it's an awesome gift idea, like I said. So get them while you can. I can't promise how long they'll be in stock. I know last year we sold out like 4 or 5 times. So we'll see how it goes this time around. Speaking of getting older and having more experience in life, I thought I would include in here a couple clips from our day out with a bunch of girls. We celebrated my last, not my last friend, but my last friend to turn 30. It was her 30th birthday, and so we got to celebrate one final time.
So I have some old friends, like real old, haha. Basically, we grew up together as teenagers in the youth group, and we have been getting together and doing something fun every time someone turns 30. And the fun part is there's 6 of us, and our 30th birthdays are stretched out among 3 years, which is so fun. So we've been doing 30th birthdays for a long time. And my friend, the last one, the youngest one, is now 30. And so we spent the day being tourists. Guys, sometimes you just gotta do it. As much as I can't stand tourist traps, sometimes there is some fun things in your area that you just gotta try out and do, and yeah, you won't regret it. So we walked around Kitchen Kettle Village, which is very notorious in Lancaster County. It's in the heart of Amish country. There's so many things to see, do, shop, that kind of thing. It's just a great place to hang out for the day. So many different shops. You can shop small. There was a fudge shop that we went into, some cheese shops. As it's called, Kitchen Kettle Village, they have a place where there are Amish, Mennonites, different people who are canning up different local favorites like chow chow and pickles and salsa and all the spreads that you can think of. And then we went and had lunch and walked around some decor stores. We went to King's Homestead, and then we got a mid-afternoon pick-me-up at Olables. Oh my goodness, they hit every time.
Okay, let me quickly show you what I got some of the kids for Christmas. They don't watch YouTube. They don't even once in a great while, I will let them watch like a rewatch of like our Florida vlog or a family trip or something like that because it's so fun for all of us. But rarely do they watch YouTube. So I can show you guys here. It'll be fine. Okay, I keep the gifts here under the wrapping table. So this is a fun game that my sister has. And so I got that for my 3-year-old. Basically, you just like move around the board and then the dog shakes and everybody gets wet. So I think that'll be fun. My baby's getting some of these little suction cup toys for the bathtub and these little rattly ones for the bathtub. And then I also have a KiwiCo box coming for him. So that's gonna be his Christmas. This is probably our most expensive gift that we're giving and the one I'm most excited about. It's gonna go to my 3-year-old, but I can already see that the big kids are gonna like it too. They played with this at my friend's house and they all loved it. It's like a projector that projects the little, these are golden books. It projects them onto the wall. I like these over, like the Tony boxes seem to have a lot of like Disney stories and stuff, which we're not really that into, but it does have like the little characters that you set on top. So we're gonna try it. And then my friend said you gotta get all the books to go with them, which that's kind of expensive. It's $5 a book. So I thought we could collect them if we do like this. And I got 3 more, The Very Busy Spider by Eric Carle, The Very Hungry Caterpillar, and The Very Lonely Firefly. So we'll have 6 stories right off the bat and they can project it on the wall, kind of like do a story time thing at bedtime. I'm excited. This is like a really nice gift and they better love it. It's almost like old school in some ways. And then I have a big bin that I'm gonna fill with Legos, like just free play Legos. This set comes with a lot of different pieces to build houses. So that'll be fun. And they can play with their little villages once they're built. And then this one makes little animals. I think that'll be fun too. It has little eyeballs and stuff. But yeah, basically just a lot of free play Legos and not like a complete set. These were kind of expensive because they're new, but I haven't been able to find good Legos lately on Facebook Marketplace, so I decided we'll just get new ones. They'll be nice and sticky and work good and they're colorful and all that. And these will just be for everyone. And then these, I think I'm just gonna leave them in one big box and let somebody open them and then they all can pick one. They are lanterns. They're nothing super fun about them, like special. They're the ones that like slide up. They're not like kid colors or anything, but they should work good. And we've had these before from my dad and they love them. And somehow gradually over the years, we kind of lost them, broke them, whatever. So there's gonna be one for each of the kids to take when we go camping. This is a transformer for my 5-year-old. He wanted one and they're so hard to find that they don't turn into scary robots. There's one that turns into like a T-Rex, but it looks like for younger kids. This one does turn into a weird, it's the yellow one. It turns into like this weird robot dude, but I guess we'll try it out and see if I feel weird about it flying around the house looking scary and everything. Yeah, he said it's not scary to him. He played with one before, but we'll see. I'm still undetermined on this one, and it says ages 8+. It is an RC car, so we will see if that's a win or not. He's excited. He knows that he's gonna get one, but he doesn't know what color or what kind, so hopefully he'll forget about it, you know, until I actually give it to him. This is also probably for my 5-year-old, but they're all gonna play with it. Yeah, I don't know who's all gonna open these actually, because there are a lot of like group gifts. These are glow-in-the-dark building forts. You can get regular ones that don't glow in the dark, but I thought that these would be really fun. There's 81 pieces, which, I hate anything with pieces, but we'll see how it goes. And then maybe for Fletcher's next birthday, we can add to it and we can build more things. Here on the back, it kind of shows you what it does. I'm not sure, I'm still undetermined how there's glow in the dark. Like, do I have to recharge them in any way? I'm not sure, but I can see them having fun with this. My daughter, I got her a volleyball here, and this is like the cutest one ever. It's a soft touch one, so I need Josh to pump that up for her. And she requested socks like me. See, they have like the ruffle top, so I got her some of those. She's gonna love them. And you can't really tell what this is, but it's a PJ set for her and her doll, so they can match. It's like little butterfly, flower, stardust type of thing. So thank you guys for letting me catch up with you on this past week. I knew that when my video didn't pan out with the whole Sam's Club thing, I was gonna have to get creative, but then I realized there's always something happening. There's always something to share, life lessons to learn, and yeah, I just love taking you guys along. So welcome to this kind of bridge video from Fall-a-days into the holidays. So next week we will get together and do some cozy home touches in my home here. Maybe give you guys some inspiration and little ways that you can just bring the holiday cheer into your home without making it add to the noise and the clutter and just the busyness of the season. I like to do it pretty simply. Definitely check out Raycon. They make the best gifts. Go to buyraycon.com/meganfox to get up to 30% off plus free shipping. And I will see you in next week's video. Bye everyone.